So I really don't want to study today. This morning I woke up, looked down, and found out that one of the little diamonds in my ring, oh, you can't see that, has fallen out. I don't know if you can see that yet, which is really depressing. But then I was like, no, it's okay. You know what? Rings can be repaired. It's fine. Just talked to my fiance this morning because he doesn't have football practice, so he'll be on, and yay, that'll be exciting. And then he went to go get food, and instead of getting food, he had to cut someone's hair. And then he had to go get food before meetings, so we actually didn't get to talk for more than like 5-10 minutes. Which, you know, it was nice of him to come on and try to talk to me at all when he was busy. But it's just so frustrating because it's like every single time we try and talk on Skype, something happens. And it just gets to me a little bit, because usually I'm the one waiting. And so that happened, and that was kind of, you know, depressing. Just because my expectations were so high, I guess. Like, I had, like, my hopes were, like, way up here, and then it was, like, and it's not his fault or anything, but, you know, just is kind of a downer. And so then I was like, oh, fine. I started studying, and of course, the thing I started studying was genocide, because I've got to write this essay on genocide, and that was just, like, really depressing. So I was like, okay, take a break from that, you know, think of something else to do, maybe go for a run. But then I was like super sleepy, so I don't want to go for a run. I'll go for a run later. Super annoying. And then I got this text message from this girl in my group, because we're trying to collaborate this group assignment, and group assignments are just like the most shit thing in the entire world, because usually it's just like a series of miscommunications that you then submit to the lecturer, and then you just hope that somehow that makes a pass, and you don't really know what you submitted. And it's just like, oh my god, so that's happening. We're supposed to meet before class, now that's not happening anymore, and it's blah blah blah. And also, I'm kind of depressed because this stalker guy, who's in one of my Wednesday classes, who basically has, as far as I can tell, been completely obsessed with me since like last semester or something, because we were in the same class, but I didn't know if he was there, and I didn't recognize him, I didn't know who he was. And then he asked me out after the final exam, and I was like, oh, sorry, you know, got a boyfriend. And he was like, oh, that's okay, I've got a girlfriend too. And I was like, then why are you asking me out? But then I was like, okay, it's fine, because I'm never going to see him again. But then this semester, of course, he's in my class, again, thank goodness not in my group in the class, but you know. So then, last Wednesday, he was like, I'm going to add you on Facebook. And I was sitting there, and I was like, and then he went and added me on Facebook, and I was right there, and he was like, okay, now approve the friendship. And I was like, okay. So I did that. And then he followed me out of the class, and, like, basically just walked me to work, which is like an hour in the wrong direction from where he lives, which I know because he talks to me all the time and has told me where he lives, with his girlfriend. And so he followed me to work. Now he knows where I work. And it's just all very creepy and sleazy. And the entire time that he was walking me to my work, I was like, oh my god, my ring, oh my god, my fiance, blah 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 blah. And he was just like, oh, your ring is stupid, and why would you want to get married, and that's stupid, blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep talking about, you know, my wedding and stuff. And it didn't deter him at all. And then he started going, oh, well, now that I'm friends with you on Facebook, I can see if you post any photos of yourself naked. And I was just like, no. And I was like, I pretended it was a joke, because he was like pretending that it was a joke, and it was just like really sleazy and awkward and gross. And if we hadn't been in a public setting, I would have like called the police or something, because it was just really, really bad. And so now he can Facebook me, and I feel like I can't really unfriend him until the end of the semester, because I still see him on Wednesdays. So it's only like 2 weeks, but it's still like, that's happening. And I haven't told my fiance yet, because he'd tell me to like report it to the police and get a restraining order, and then he'd get mad at me for not being like assertive enough and stuff. And I'm just like, it's not the first time I've had a stalker. And if every single time I had a stalker, I reported it to the police, there would just be like, okay, 5 restraining orders out now at this point. And I just want to get through the semester without any major dramas or conflicts, So far, this has been the most dramatic, conflict-filled semester of my entire life. And it's just getting to me a little bit. Especially with the not getting to talk to my fiance that much thing. So that's pretty much, my blog for today. Hope you enjoyed it.